Bye, Smokies. You were relatively really good to me. Maintained by the Carolina Mountain Club. This waterfall is beautiful. Only interrupted by the interstate traffic you can hear. Something I'm really excited for is in a couple of weeks when it's warm enough to like swim or wade in the creeks and then just keep hiking, or maybe camp near a creek and get in a little bit. This waterfall has a nice little wading area. If it was just a little bit warmer, I'd be in that water. It's nothing special, but it is this battered one right here on this tree. It's huge now, but this is the first white blaze I ever saw. Although the trail has gone on roads briefly and crossed over roads, this is the first time that you're crossing under an interstate. So it's kind of an interesting little patch of trail. You go over the Pigeon River Bridge and then under Interstate 40. So I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm about to cross the bridge here. And it does have white blazes over on that side. You can kind of see one. And then right up there you can see the interstate. When I get up to going under it, I will definitely video some of that. Now that I've crossed under the interstate, this is called the Tall Staircase. I am walking up to Standing Bear Farm Hostel now. It is the first hostel on the north side of Great Smoky Mountain National Park, and it is an older and super popular one. As I already mentioned, I don't need to stay here. I'm gonna hike on after a little bit, but I'm gonna stop in, charge my electronics, use the bathroom, and probably even get lunch. We'll see. I heard that there is a crowd here, so let's go and see what friends are here. Got laundry in the kitchen, the bunkhouse, and up there is showers and porta potties past that. And their resupplies up there on the hill. That's the shower houses there. When I mentioned Kim Outdoors, I promise I have met Dex in person. We just haven't videoed it. If you aren't watching her videos, which you probably are, you should. A frozen pizza, a Gatorade, and a porta potty stop later. I am leaving Standing Bear, getting back on the trail. I still have like 7.5 miles to do today. And it's just after 1 p.m. So these next 5 miles are like straight back up a mountain. So I think it's probably gonna cool off a little bit. That should be a beautiful day. Again, if it were like 15 degrees warmer, I would be in that water right now. Well, that's rude of the bears. Is nearing the top of Snowbird Peak. So on our hiking maps, this is called a communications facility. If I disappear, or if this video gets taken down, it's because I'm showing you this. This is gonna be a theme of the next few days and weeks, but I just love bald summits, mountains all around. So I'm actually hiking directionally south. So that's the north view, east view, the stunning south view. And then the west view, back to the north. And then the trail heads down mountain. Got about 2.5 miles to go today. Something happened over the weekend that I didn't tell you about. I lost my first toenail. Just one, but it's gone, 100%.
I did not sleep well last night. It's about 8:30. I'm still in my tent. I haven't even gotten my food or used the privy or anything. And I had a headache when I went to bed last night, and between the headache and the slightly slanted tent pad and noises and other things too, I'm moving really slow this morning.
Even though I didn't sleep very well, I'm pretty excited about today. I'm only doing like 11.5 miles, so it is a short day. And that is because of 2 reasons. I'm going to go up and over Max Patch today, which is my absolute favorite bald summit. It is where my husband proposed to me, and that was the last time I was there. So I wanted to get plenty of time up there. I'm climbing, if you can't tell. And then it is my mom's spring break starting today, so she's gonna drive down. She has outfitted her car for car camping, so I'm going to meet her at a road crossing instead of hiking onto the shelter, and we are going to car camp together tonight. I just passed 2 trail maintainers from this section's trail club, and they let me know that there are 0 blowdowns between here, just short of Max Patch, and Hot Springs. So that's like 25-ish miles. They said they got a crew of over 20 out today, clearing every single blowdown. And if you saw, I think like 3 videos ago, I was getting so frustrated by the blowdowns because you get a good pace going, and then all of a sudden you have to stop and crawl under or crawl over. So just huge thank you to all of the volunteers across the Appalachian Trail who help maintain this trail for folks like me to enjoy. It's hard work. They were hiking with chainsaws and axes, so huge thank you to them. All these white wildflowers on this hill kind of look like snow. They're these teensy tiny little baby wildflowers with pink stripes. Those trail maintainers were not wrong. This is a beautifully groomed section of trail. One of the comments in the trail guide app that I use called Far Out, one of the comments said from this area to Hot Springs, the trail is just really nice because it's not rocky. Like the last few days of Great Smoky Mountain National Park, actually all of the park has a very like rocky path. Here it's mostly dirt, which is a lot easier on your feet and ankles. So there have been some steep sections, sure, but I'm just very grateful for this nice soft terrain right now. My feet feel fantastic. These are the stairs up to Max Patch that I remember, but I can see it. I'm so close. There's a wind advisory today. Max Patch will never get old. Max. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 1 found a little kind of alcove here. I think this is when they used to allow camping. I think this probably was a little tent site. So it's kind of nestled in where I'm protected from the wind. And I have this beautiful southeastern view, which is the exact direction Dan and I were sitting when he proposed. I sat down too long and now my butt is numb. No regrets. I'm leaving Max Patch and hiking on. I've got like 5.3 more miles today. And yeah, I'm meeting my mom to do some car camping tonight. She's driving down and she says the weather's been horrible driving down. And with this wind advisory too, I am not upset at all to be car camping tonight. These big green leaves are so cool. I don't know what they are. They're here kind of by this wet spot. They're that spring green I haven't seen a lot of yet. Look who's here.
Oh, don't put this on.
Small picnic and car camping tonight.
Got the sun out for you open.
Oh yeah. I just said if I knew car camping existed, I might not have thru-hiked the AT. This is pretty fancy. I slept so well in the back of the car last night. It was rainy and thunderstorming and windy, and the rain on the top of the car just put me right to sleep. That was the best night of sleep I've had since I was in Gatlinburg, so which is like 70 miles ago. So that was great. And I had a banana and a chicken tender for breakfast. And there she goes. There she is. We're gonna meet in Hot Springs in like 15 miles. So I'm gonna hike all day. And then we are staying at the Laughing Heart Lodge tonight. So little couple climbs here in the morning and then mostly downhill to Hot Springs from there. Guess what I just found? This is my first salamander. Look how cool he is. First summit of the morning. A nice little bald. Today is like my ideal terrain. I've got all my climbs like in my first 3 hours. And it's downhill to town from there. But I like starting my morning with the climbs while my body's still fresh and strong. It just wakes me up. This morning, I was putting on my own shoes and I pulled yesterday's socks out of the shoes and they were still damp and the smell made me gag. So that's how many days it's been since I did laundry and had a shower. Today is day 5. Coming down into Walnut Mountain Shelter. Looks like it had a good crew at it last night. A bear for sure lives in there, right? This wind! Very green section of trail. Turned the corner and the sun is definitely on this side of the mountain. Spring is here. Such a cool little waterfall down there. This sign has Springer Mountain, Georgia, 268 miles ago. Mount Katahdin, 1,924.7. But I only have 6.6 to go today. I'm coming down the hill the last like mile into Hot Springs, and I just found out that everything in the town of Hot Springs is without power. And it is awful for any community to be without power, especially like after last night's storms. But selfishly, I'm like, my timing is fantastic. So I don't know what we're gonna do down here. I'm really hoping, not just for me, but for the community, that they get power restored quickly. But because it's a Friday evening, I'm not too hopeful. I don't know, we'll see. We're in Hot Springs. And Mama's in the parking lot waiting. There is still no power in the town of Hot Springs, so the Laughing Heart staff is be in my mouth. The Laughing Heart staff is grilling dinner for us.
So it's like, it's not.
So weird walking down Hot Springs and everything is closed, because when I was here in 2020 everything was closed. Super bummed that everything is closed.
We're almost done now.
We got special trail magic again from the owners of Laughing Heart. Power is still out in the town of Hot Springs, but I am super grateful to be staying here at Laughing Heart because they have just taken such amazing care of us. The owners, Reboot and Gabe, have made sure that hikers have not gone hungry or unhappy. So we moved from last night, my mom and I were in the semi-private room, which had 3 beds, so it was the 2 of us and another hiker, to a private room where we're going to be today to end my 0, and then tomorrow she's gonna slack pack me and we're gonna come back here. So we've got 2 more nights here at Laughing Heart Hostel, and again, highly recommend staying here. The owners are just so stinking caring and kind, and have just gone above and beyond. Grilled us dinner last night, made sure we had breakfast, brunch today, and they're gonna make sure that we have dinner tonight, since all the restaurants in town are closed, which they do not have to do. It's not included in the price and they're not charging us. So everyone staying here is just extremely grateful to them.
Oh, that's not. I actually think,
Turn is me, Amanda.
like, didn't it get its roots in Appalachian?
It is a Monday morning, and I'm hiking about 15 miles today, and then meeting my mom back in Hot Springs for the 3rd night. I zeroed yesterday there in Hot Springs, and they still didn't have power, and then they have like a solar field that can provide power for a few hours each day. So power came on in like the evening and stayed on until about midnight, but power in Hot Springs was back out when we woke up this morning. So I'm hoping after today the town of Hot Springs gets power back. It's just so bizarre, like having been in Hot Springs in 2020 when things closed for COVID, and I had a friend one time comment that, oh, it would be so weird walking through Hot Springs and everything being closed, but now it's happening for the 2nd time. So really hoping that I can get some good diner food tonight and check out some places in Hot Springs I've never been. But today it's right now about 50 degrees and a little bit overcast, and this, in my opinion, is like perfect hiking weather. The wind is a little bit calmer than the other day, and not hot, not cold. I just did a pretty steep, it was a 15% grade climb for about 1.5 miles. So right now it's a little bit cruisy. I'm enjoying that. Nothing too special this morning, but again, I'm happy and I'll take it. I'm hiking up a blue blazed side trail up to the summit of Rich Mountain to see this fire tower. There she is. I took this blue blaze in 2020 as well, and I remember it being totally worth it. I just had the realization that I have not cried in 3 days. That is my first 3 days on trail without crying, and one of them was a 0. So maybe I can really only say 2 days on trail without crying, but that's a big step. Lots of things have made me cry. I'm really okay. I'm having a great time. Super thankful to be out here, but I mean, when you get this tired and, you know, you're lonely, and most of mine have honestly been because I miss my dogs, and sometimes because my feet or legs hurt or whatever, or I'm just tired. But 3 whole days! These are some steep steps. They are one on top of the other. I think I get to cross this road on a pedestrian bridge. I think that's where I am. Let's see. So yeah, I have no idea what road we're crossing, but little blazes on the bridge mean this is the AT right now. Oh, there's a car coming. There it goes. So pretty. End in the river. That's where I'm heading down to. And after 15 miles of hiking south, I am back to Hot Springs. And then tomorrow morning, my mom will drive me back up to Allen Gap, and I'll head back north from there.